good afternoon, wherever you are getting us live at Atlantic TV at the Gambia. I am your able presenter, Mr. Mass Sanyang, and my co-host is Babukar Iebuso. So today he's not in the studio, but I joined by a family, they are teachers, and then from the Arabic section. I made understand that there is a tournament going on called AMANA YONNA Inter-Arabic Schools Competition between Region 1 and Region 2. So as I always rightly said, education doesn't stop at the four corners of the classroom. As Education Bantaba platform, we always bring proceedings from both English and then Arabic section. So without wasting more time, I will invite or allow my guests to introduce themselves for you people at the receiving end to know who are the one on the table. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mas, and a very good morning to you and to our esteemed viewers. I am Modula Minkebe, the PRO of the YONNA AMANA Sport Committee. I am equally glad to be present here to conduct this interview, and thank you for the invitation once again.
Yes, thank you very much. That's the able PRO, Mr. Kebe. And then we also have our able boss. Yes, can you go on, please?
Yeah, okay. My name is Yaya Jada. I'm the vice chairman for AMANA YONNA Inter-Football Sport Tournament, which is going on currently. So, welcome to you all.
Yes, thank you very much, Yaya and Mr. Kebe, for honoring our invitation. The PRO of the AMANA YONNA Inter-Arabic School Tournament. Please, can you take us your educational background, please?
Yes, as I've introduced myself, I am Modula Minkebe. I have started my primary education at my village, Korajula Kunda, Lower Basic School, and I proceeded to the upper basic. We have a basic cycle. And from there, I also proceed to the Gambia College from 2010 to 2013, where I have diploma. And since then, I have been teaching. And last year, I enrolled in the University of International Open University, IOU. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor degree in specializing in English language. So as for now, I'm on study leave. I'm pursuing my bachelor degree at International Open University, pursuing specializing in English language. For now, that's my educational background.
Yeah, currently, which Arabic school?
Yes, I am teaching at Arabic school at Wellingara, Usman bin Affan Islamic Institute in Wellingara, just behind the police station.
Yeah, thank you very much. What a rich educational background. I wish those at the receiving end, maybe some of them will love you to be their mentor. But anyway, today our discussion table will focus on your tournament. Sure. The current tournament going on, AMANA YONNA Inter-Arabic School Tournament. Can you take us through the tournament, please?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Mas, once again. The YONNA AMANA football tournament have started some fortnight ago, that is 2 weeks ago. But prior to the commencement of the tournament, we have a Super Cup that is played between Tadamun and Mahat Brikama, which was hosted at the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium. And then at the end of the day, it was a very colorful event, ambience, the euphoria. A lot of people came to grace the occasion. We have representative from Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, MOPSI. The PS was there, the representative from AMANA was also there, the YONNA Forest Bureau Deputy Manager also was there, and plus some of their marketing team was also there. The entire team of YONNA AMANA Sport Committee also was there. So thank God the Super Cup have went well, and eventually Mahat Brikama happened to be the winners. They won 2-1. And then after that, we enter in the tournament proper. We started on the 27th of this month, November. And games have played across different zones from KM to West Coast to Combo South, Combo North, and even to Fonyi. So we have games respectively happening in various zones. So I can say, thank God, the first round was done, and then we also finished the second round just yesterday, as we are aware. Yesterday we have one of our game in hand in Brikama that was played between Nyabuka and one of the schools in Kloro. And also there was a game that happens between a school in Kloro, Alibun Muhammad, and a school in Omoroto, that is Yasir Islamic. So it was very interesting game. So thank God the tournament is going fine. So far the first round and the second rounds are completed, and we are now heading to the the third round, which is the quarterfinal for the junior and round of 16 for the senior. So interestingly, the games are very interesting. Teams are playing very well. But at the end of the day, we know that the tournament is a knockout stage. So any team that is knocked is out. So far so good. Everything seems to be going fine. And YONNA, as we have alluded in your preamble, they are the main sponsors of this tournament. So they, in collaboration with AMANA, deem it necessary that Arabic schools have been left out. So they came with this initiative to organize a tournament that is going to create the platform for all these people.
It's very important. Yeah, we'll come there because I'm so happy that the program is moving fine as it is planned. And then YONNA is the main sponsor up to the tournament of 2024-2025. Thank you very much for giving us that synopsis. Ustaz, yes, can you also take us through the tournament? Yes, the area he left, you covered up.
Like area to Koma, Belema, just to left Balavala, Kalava in the sense that tournament me and Uncle, Mass Sanyang followed me and Uncle Arabic School by Sifa Kela. Kakela no, but Abaka in Sifa, me and Uncle Region 1, Region 2, they will all come together and compete like this. Mass Sanyang followed. Omu to nyafa balde bare jumal le wo sabo sabo YONNA le wo sabo ni ajui la do molle kata ka sponsor nyini bare ni kata fenet mi anon ko sabo YONNA le na ran to bunda konkon it says that ni do sabo ko ni aje ba ka interest le beje to nya interest beje nak bon to fana nga interest so min so de je wala dina sambor ni ajui all the schools mi anon ko be ba compete ka nyun la Karamonti je mi anon ko YONNA man a set of jazzy deal. Karamonti je mi anon ko ela movement or YONNA is not giving you something to move or to camp your student. So mi momi mo kega ni ada ko nafa ba mare je o de safo ite fana ite mi fana wa compete ko fana nafa so jere karado although man ra ke se mo ba ke pro ke la business o ka promote lo wala ya ne ba kega but along the road Arabic school fana e fede so mi anon ko mi ni lamin so ngam ne do mi anon ko sa la bisa kebe fana ko makanga.
Yes, Mr. Kebe, I think as you rightly alluded, sometimes in the Gambia here, people focus more their attentions to the English section instead of the Arabic school. And when it comes to education in this country, there's no segregation. We only have two education, that's Arabic and then English section. But today, the country, the way it's moving, I personally am not happy with it. So, how was the reactions of the Arabic stakeholders as the AMANA and other stuff after hearing this news that YONNA this year will pop in to sponsor the Arabic schools?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Bass. I think that's a wonderful question. Well, the Arabic school received this news with a great joy, knowing fully that, as we have alluded, they are left out because most of the tournaments that are organized within schools have mostly captured the English schools, because as we know, we have primary school sports, we have upper basic school sports, and then we have secondary school sports. So if you look at this, all these sports have captured the English section, so the Arabic schools are left out. So YONNA coming with this great initiative, I think was a wonderful, it was welcomed by our secretariat, that is AMANA, and also the entire Arabic schools in the Gambia, knowing fully that the boys or the students that are playing this tournament are also boys that are from our communities. They are boys that are within us. So creating this platform for them to showcase their talent, I think that is a plus to YONNA for coming with such a great initiative. And we also want to call on certain individuals or institutions or philanthropists to also emulate YONNA, because I believe YONNA coming out to organize this tournament, and also AMANA agreeing to collaborate with YONNA to organize such a tournament, I think was a welcoming development by all the Arabic schools in the Gambia, particularly those in Region 1 and Region 2. So we are very pleased for YONNA to organize such a tournament, wherein our students also who are going to Arabic schools, who are also within the society, within the communities that we live, are also given the opportunity to showcase what they can do. Because we believe that people are talented in different ways. Perhaps That is the reason why education have incorporated sports in our curriculum. So if that is the case, then I believe the Arabic schools also should not be left out. So we want to thank YONNA for coming with such a great initiative. It was a welcoming development for all the Arabic schools in collaboration with AMANA.
Yes, Ustaz ni GB Arabic schools sometimes manke comme ça mo leki segregate pour mo leka nyine but sometimes it often ki from associate back in other certain activities like ball, football and other stuffs. So this time it ni GB cool beta kan nyami mum falen receive al be kirin Arabic school dañu tembenna because in those days it will come with bolom dino tidamma coming to bring these social activities for kokake so it will fe le jero be nyami
ya o karola comme ko wolbe no nyami ko yafa nyami do ni ko Arabic school mo le do le yami ko dina ko lo wo man ni sports man nyoso fen wala ni dara kara mo dol de ka ko le ko so je pour la dina wala ya activities also but kata ko wala fana makira ni mi yalan ka mol fana kala mutande mine mo sports te mi sport fana ni arab na fami bi je ko foye e baaje la ko carte na lay e ka silo blele mo le pour ka sports ni ke nimbo wala kono le ibri na nabi mba sallallahu alaihi wasallam wala ala bolo ko na sports kele parce que history na ko anani Aisha just nyoda mboro kele all those o beba sports la ko ana o beka sports la ko male tande minam because ko ja balo ne hakili kende je bala jara kendo la ko so healthy I don't know say English proverb okay awon fenen mi yanon ko ata soto no la ata fo bala bojo do leke an ñindi ni wala fana do bi je ala ta la fenne karfele mi yanon ko woni class ko no mamuliya e waje do je la amambe da class ko bon mola mi yanon ko ni ta boro la karola amo ñon dawal di je do bi je ni ta fu boro karola ñon dawal ma di je so bara sai sa dara o mola de mi yanon ko amambe da class ko no boti ni karalo la ala yo karfala yo naka sports ke aka fundi banda from there mol bajele waldo bajele at least sinin sama afana mbi muna fanna o ala o skills la yo ni adara ko ba non to la jamam femba na wululal e kala fle ke diwul karandi ke ki dina karam molen nga karam dan de na karandir folo ndara nga ke ni ma ko tan lo basic school janinde bidaje ustaz ti but it I difficulties face le pour ka dinewol error je because of mina ustaz o man so kete ibu kajale ko ni adara karamo ma ustaz so pour dinewol dino no ko lel so kabende na je a tadina le dindi jamana ra karamo ni do di wulula la wakil tay dinewol sambaje because of mina sambaje mina wala dino so o dino fenen men ka kumara le bare dino fana ngalo na ka atela sport ti yala sport mi yango dino atela dino tinyana won fenen mi yango among side den mate momento most of the mudirol jamawa bi jingi silsila so wala ya fahamle ko be ta kan nyami andi ya appreciate la fana hani dara arab school sa ge ila timetable ko pil bi jeli so wo be fenen mi yango kacala mo kalam tandiro lo ni momam fe wolong atala kum malo no so ning ara ko me ara kum malo from there ba jelo ko kulo mara mi anon ko anyande kelale wala na sirenga jamawa mudiro jama babi ji sai silo di la molale e ka participate ida fu borola mbam wala fa fu borola sai ka silo di la mola pour participate nga nyata tabal sa inshallah.
Yes, if we are following us on all different platforms, this is Atlantic TV, #1 in Gambia, and then I am your able host, Mr. Mass Sanyang, education Bantaba platform. As I told you earlier, today joined by the sport administrator of the AMANA YONNA peace tournament going on currently. Still, Mr. Kevin, yes. If you take a look into the sports, it's only male side participating. And then maybe sometimes for us, we are always gender biased. So why not the female side?
Yeah, thank you so much. I think that's a very good question. As we have said earlier, yes, in sports, most of the time we focus on males, and but you will see that when you come to Arabic school, that is also a very big challenge, because as Mr. Jata have rightly mentioned, I mean, the mindset that the people have, particularly those ustazes in the Arabic school, knowing fully that, because most of them think that sport is just a waste of time. but not knowing that, you know, sport is also part of physical exercise. Along the way, you get a good health from it. Along the way also, it can be a source of income for you. Along the way, it can also be a profession for you. So I think we are also thinking in that line, trying to make sure that we also next time we capture the female folk, because I know it's not easy. It's going to be a very big challenge though, because knowing fully that the mindset of Arabic schools and also the mindset of the ustazes in the Arabic school, even in trying to bring in the male ones is even a problem, talk less of, you know, try to incorporate the females. But we are working along that line, perhaps, you know, as Jada said, with sensitization, with understanding, and then with more effort and collaboration, I think, you know, we can also change that narrative. So I can promise you that we are working on that. Perhaps, you know, subsequently or gradually in our subsequent tournaments, we will also try to incorporate the female so that everybody will see themselves in, not only the male, but then the female, because the female or the female students should not only be there to cheer the boys or cheer the players, but then they should also feel they are within the setup. So definitely we are working on that, and then I can assure you that, you know, along the way that is going to be something that we are going to look at.
Okay, that's it. I understand that YONNA is doing all.
Sure.
But sports, one agency cannot do it all.
Exactly.
It have to be collaborations.
Certainly.
So, how are the schools collaborating, participating schools?
Yes, thank you so much. YONNA are the main sponsors of this tournament. I mean, as it was stated in the preamble, they've virtually provided everything, the jerseys, footballs, and even the campaign and the transport money for teams. But then, as we said, football is a collaborative work, and it's a team sports, so one person cannot do it. Despite the fact that YONNA are the main sponsors, I know the schools are also making a lot of effort to make sure that, you know, for example, when their teams are playing, traveling to another zone, they also have to chip in, because I know the money that we give them is not enough. Because if you look at the teams, the money that YONNA is supporting them may not be enough to support their campaign and also support their transport. For example, a team moving from Kembuje coming to Brikama, or a team moving from Fonyu coming to play in the Serakunda East or to Boxbar. So you look at the proximity, you look at the distance, and then you look at the amount of money that they are going to spend to transport their players and then their officials to bring them on the ground is very expensive. So I want to believe that the schools are also contributing a lot. In terms of financing, they also contributed, added on top of the money that YONNA give them, so that they can also support their team. And we also making effort along the way. We are organizing games in the parks, so we also want to sell tickets, so that at the end of the day, whatever amount we have, we can also support the teams. For example, we make it share based. Whatever amount we collect from the gate takings, for example, we make it 50-50 will go to the committee, and then 50 also will go to the school, so that they can also support themselves. But that will happen with the permission of YONNA, because we know it's a sponsored tournament. So we have to get permission from them, and when they give us the green light, then we'll go ahead to organize that, so that we'll sell tickets to the schools, and also to support them financially, because we know the money that is given to them is not enough. But then we also know that schools are making a lot of effort to support their teams so that they can compete, because knowing that, you know, the amount that we are giving them is not enough. So they are really making effort. The mudirs of the schools, that is the head of the schools, are also even chipping in to spend their money so that they can support the team. So definitely it's a collaborative effort. I know without collaboration it will be very difficult. So definitely we are working hand in glove to make sure that this tournament is a success.
Yeah, Ustaz, if you look at AMANA, the secretary, it's mean all the Arabic schools are all under AMANA. And looking at this tournament is only playing at Region 1 and Region 2, then maybe Region 3 down to
Yes,
Region
along
6.
the way will come subsequently.
So, what do you think is going to be your next plan? Because maybe those people also may feel that they are segregated. So, what do you think it will be your next plan to cover the whole country?
Karola, AMANA, YONNA kabiri inara na follow. Ini minara na wala mu the first phase over kala Region 1 and Region 2 let. Ni ara new first phase new was succeeded. Well, because it doesn't mean that they are looking about kudo juwe wala mu ni fitna mankaje tos na mankaje. Iba next year ne adada alay abakela banko bele. Oto mini yalan ko mantara Region 1 ni Region 2 kono. San de woldati je follow. Woldati je bare fenne mara mini yalan ko Region 2 ni Region 1 e bandala. salon ko etola jono ani jon balya oba de oba region 1 ni region 2 be blokon mun kamala ni akara ni nanda wosto sita by next year banko be ba abakela country wide level so wala mo region 2 the second phase is going to be the country wide inshallah.
Yes, just to add on what Mr. Jada have said, I think this is an experiment for now. As Mr. Jada said, it depends on the success of the tournament. That's why we're advocating for peace and schools to comport themselves very well. Because you are knowing fully that, whatever they want to spend their money, they want to make sure that, the money is spent wisely and also the tournament is peaceful. Because knowing that, the owner or the CEO of YONNA also was an Arabic student. He graduated from Mahat Talinding. So I believe that was in fact the reason that motivated him to also capture the Arabic schools. So I believe along the way, it's region 1 and 2, but then along the way, if this tournament is successful, we also move to other regions 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you want to capture everybody. You want to bring everybody on board so that we can all feel ourselves, because football does not marginalize. So everybody should feel themselves to know that, this is an avenue where everybody can showcase, because we are all talented in our
The cake should be shared equally to all
exactly.
schools under
Exactly.
AMANA.
Exactly.
Okay, anyway, how are you playing the tournament? Because it's a comprised of 2 regions. So whether region 1 are having their own special tournament and the region 2 are also having, or schools do travel from region 1 to region 2, or can you take us through that?
Yes, as you said, it's a two region 1 and 2, but we make a fixture in a form of schools that are within region 2, because when we do the balloting, we've listed down all the schools in region 1 and also listed down all the schools in region 2, both junior and senior category. So from there, then we do the balloting. So it means at first, all the schools that are within region 1 are the ones that are balloted together. Then the schools that are within region 2 are also balloted together. So perhaps along the way, because we know that now when we started the tournament, for example, in the seniors, we have 40 teams that we are competing. So out of that 40 teams, after first round, 20 were eliminated. So we went for the second round. So as for now, we are left with 12 senior teams and 8 junior teams. So the junior teams and the senior team now in the first and second round was based on the regions that we have found, that is region 1 and 2. But for now, there is possibility that a team from region 1 can meet a team in region 2. But initially, when the fixtures were out, we only captured teams that are within region 1 are paired against each other, and teams that are within region 2 are also paired against each other. So that's how the tournament was done for both junior and senior. But along the way, I know at this stage, we are in the quarterfinal and the round of 16 stage. So a team from region 1 can be paired against a team in region 2. That depends on the fixture. So when the fixtures are made, I'm sure the technical committee that is responsible for that are working on that. Perhaps today or tomorrow the fixtures will be cut. But I can confirm to you that fixtures are based on the region that we are part of. That is in these first 2 phases, that is first matches and the second matches. Then this coming March, then we'll see how we can make the fixtures that is going to capture between both regions.
Yeah, Ustaz, as the vice president of the committee, how is your organization?
Yeah, organization me along they are doing wonders. Near you scientific movie Mamuro Jofe. Ningara Mamuro Jofe, Frada and the Frada J. We have even members all the way from Foni. Because we have reps there, I mean, all over Foni Kovaka. Told me around Combo Jamam, told about Combo, more area, I responsibility delay. I think. Kokuma student wala mu biba ke kan le kol ta ka la ya mobi ma mu daga ñofele na mobi ba sawarri ni no yi kamene ko ñine sawarta ni amo ñoti anu ngalla mo ñola fata fenema mi non ko akuma na la ba do ko na la ke la mo ñola alla femina are no de al ko sotol with our able chairman mi non ko akela Mr. Bass. I think we all know him, the current, active referee, FIFA referee. Yeah.
Bas is the chairman.
Yeah, he's the chairman.
Masane.
Yeah, Bundu Masane.
Bundu Masane. He's the chairman. I even, enforced your invitation to him, but
due to some
circumstances.
He's a busy referee. Anyway.
Yes, kadomandilla fadrom. Comme jata ya fo nyame. Ngala ne ko football mu is a team sport. So what na le committee so committee be nyante bulo duna nyo bulo pour ka do ko ke donc comme jata ya fo nyame ni ajibe ngo committee so to tundo do tare ka bo foni combo is combo south combo north kata fo KM so mato majbe pe la tundo do committee la kata jeme dala ko wala ka mato ni ko coordinate. So for we have very experienced people in our committee, Melboko Mr. Bass, and then Namul they have media experience, they are committees of particular villages or towns within the greater Banjul area. So when ata mwako produko nye sona. So akamunda ko ngambulo do nyobule momo bala lod la kekan. Donc committee fana natari structure ka palaso di mobela. So akamunda ko momo e lod la soto. So akamunda ko in simple mobe ya lod la tale ngambulo do nyobulu mbe do ko ke kambola kina tournament wonyeng futata fom futata jambi adum be jikirim ko na continue ta tem fona be nyafa ba so la nin tamen banda so akuma ta bakele committee ba kada kam bake be blodu kanjo bul ka do ko ke kaje ko no ngam menti no ngoso.
Yes, football is a game of peace, but sometimes the reactions of the people so sometimes it always appalling. So how can you rate this year? Hope people are coping. The losing sides, they understand that they lose the game. This is a game of lose and win. Yes.
So certainly, that's a very good question. Anyway, I can confirm to you that there are no major incidents. So far, the tournament is going peacefully, progressively. Teams are really comporting themselves, and that's what we expect from Arabic schools, because the way people view us and the way people view others is different. So we expect that when Arabic school organize tournament, it should be very peaceful, and then people should comport themselves very well. So I can tell you, Alhamdulillah, everything is going fine, even though, as we all understand, that football is a game of emotion. Sometimes it can be very tense, and we have some isolated incidents which happens. But then along the way, as I said, we have no major incident that happens, and definitely everything is going fine, and we want to thank the teams for really cooperating with us. We want to thank the teams for really comporting themselves, because this is what we expect from Arabic schools. They are really comporting, and definitely the tournament is going fine, even though sometimes every time when a losing team always have something to complain. So we have some minor incidents wherein people complain about the performance of the referees and certain decisions that are taken by referees. But along the way, as I said, those are things that we expect in football, because football is a game of controversy. Sometimes certain incidents will happen, and we also have to know that referees are human beings. So there are certain decisions that they will make and may not go on your way, and then you tend to complain. But we understand that that's football. But I can confirm to you that there are no major incidents. The tournament is going peacefully. Everything is going fine. Teams are really comporting themselves.
Mr. Kibe, hope that schools don't take any actions, legal actions.
Yes,
like,
yes.
For example, applications and other stuff by schools using wrong. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Those are expected. I believe we have 3 or 4 appeal cases that came into the ADC, that is the Appeal and Disciplinary Committee, that are responsible for overseeing that committee. So we have 3 or 4 teams that, how to call it, appeal. Because of certain reasons or the other. Some feel like there are certain players that play, they are not eligible to play, or they are not qualified to play, so they decided to make an appeal. Some also think that, maybe there are certain decisions that happens which did not go on their way, they feel is injustice, and they appeal. But at the end of the day, I can tell you, none of those appeals went through, because the committee have made their finding. They've took upon themselves to go around the schools and then make their find out, because that's what is expected of them. Because when an appeal is made, the committee also have to find out, make their investigation to make sure that whether they have cases or not. So they went around the schools to look at those appeals, confirm, and then come with evidences. But then all the 3 or 4 appeals that are made, none of the appeals were successful. In fact, we have a school that even went up to KM region because they were not satisfied with the appeal committee's decision. So they appealed, but then when West Coast also look at it, they see that, the evidences or the decision that the committee took was the right decision. So they corroborated with us, and the appeal was rejected, and then we move on. So those are cases that we can expect anytime, but then we also know that appeal also don't come free. Because as part of our rules and regulations, if you have to appeal, you have to put out $3,000 on the table before your appeal is looked at, and the appeal also is within 24 hours. So meaning if you have to appeal, the duration has to be 24 hours if you have to appeal. Aside from that, your appeal will not be looked at. So definitely some teams appeal, but unfortunately the appeals were not successful because the appeal committee feel like they have no case to answer.
Yes, my final question, and then I don't think today will be the last day of hosting you people. We also keep on monitoring, and they'll be having you time to time till the end of the the campaign. So and then now my last question is going to be, can you please take us through the importance of sports and education, because education cannot go without sports and sport also cannot go without education. So these two go in line. So what is your rate?
Yes, sport and education goes in conjunction. They go side by side, as you said. A healthy body breeds a healthy mind. As the Latin word mens sano in corpore sano means a healthy body breeds a healthy mind. So if you are not healthy, I don't think you'll be able to sit in the classroom and learn. So sport is very important. So it goes side by side with education, because education is part of sport and sport is part of education. Because when we talk about discipline, sport talk about discipline, and education too, it emphasizes discipline. So these two go in conjunction. So without sports, that it's going to be very difficult, because even though sportsmen and women, they also have to be educated, because knowing the rules and regulations of football, knowing the rules and regulation of sports must go along with education. So education and sports go simultaneously, they work hand in glove. So as we emphasize, these two has to be incorporated together. That's why, as I said in my preamble, that is the reason why ministry incorporated sports in our curriculum, so that students or children that are in our schools can also have time to do sports, which go alongside with education. So it is very important, as you said, you people are doing a fantastic job creating this platform, and then as we are doing education, but then you also feel like sports should be incorporated there. As I said, these two are very important. They are key. They have to go together. So it is very important that we try to incorporate both together, so that we can work hand in glove to make sure that we achieve our aims and objectives at the end of the day.
Yes,
so I think they are very important.
Ustaz, ngakuma question lama bekela minti. Ite mu yamal la soto kadi mudirol la, kadi teacher la, ustazol, anim kadi talibol la. Mi alon ko currently wolle timo la nyine futata to the quarter final. Yeah. And then dole team of futata round of 16. Ite mu yamal la soto kadi lela.
Yamaro min kadi o timo la bin yanon ko sante dingu junior school side wolle ba quarter final, senior school side wolle ba round of 16. Wala mu sansan de mi mba ma ko la ba wala mu sabarot comme mi sakibe ya fanya mi bolo ate waro do bi mol ka fa min ko wala violence football on den do kanye wo ma violence akara la just aka kegela do ñomoy balé ka ko ñomoy balé ka ko gondo bare sayende be dan sabarale comme mbe sabaro min takanu komando fam bim fra dame.
Ustaz Ngasabarota. So Mr. Kebe, what do you think is going to be your final words, especially to the main sponsor, YONNA?
Yes, we just want to thank them so much for creating such an initiative for the Arabic schools. We want to commend them for coming out, because we feel like we are left behind, but then they've been the one that came out to rescue us. So we are thanking them so much, and we also want to assure them that we also going to promote their agenda, making sure that schools, each and every school that have registered in this tournament, open an account in YONNA, and then also we also encourage our students, teachers, and everybody to have their YONNA wallet in their account, so that they can use it to deposit money, to send money, buy cash power, buy credit, and then so forth. So we can't thank them much. We are really grateful to them for empowering this tournament, and then also empowering the youth, and also empowering the grassroots sports. So what I also want to add on there is the cash prizes that we failed to talk about. YONNA have staged $25,000 for the winners for both category junior, 25,000 senior, 25,000. So that is a huge amount of money, and we also have a giant trophy that they stage, and also there will be certificates and medals that are going to be awarded for individual accolades. So definitely we cannot thank them more. We are very grateful, and we want to encourage others also to follow and emulate YONNA, so that we can move our country forward.
Yes, thank you very much, Kebe and Jamme, for honoring Jata, for honoring our invitation, the Education Bantaba. As I told you, we are here for both Arabic and then English section, and we are so grateful for the time frame you have to come and then answer to our call. And then thanks even to YONNA, because without them, I wonder how this year tournament will look like. So thank God for popping in at the right time, and then I believe our next segment will try to at least engage the concerned people from YONNA, for them also to share some light, because and which is also part of national development. Everybody have to eat your national cake. That's here I draw the curtains. Those are the recipient, and thank you. Do join us in our next ballot. Thank you.
Thank you.